Ever find yourself overwhelmed by the fast-paced, demanding nature of modern life? It's as if you're a juggler in the circus of life, keeping multiple balls in the air all at once. Work stress, family responsibilities, relationship challenges, financial pressures. It seems like the list never ends, doesn't it? Work stress is a common adversary. The constant deadlines, the never-ending emails, the urgent meetings, it can all feel like a whirlwind, leaving you breathless. The pressure to perform and excel can often feel like a heavy weight, pressing down on you. Then there are family responsibilities. Our loved ones, they mean the world to us, but sometimes their needs and expectations can feel like a burden. Balancing work and home, catering to everyone's needs, it can all get a bit too much sometimes. And let's not forget the trials of maintaining relationships, navigating the ebb and flow of emotions, managing differences, working through conflicts. It's enough to make anyone's head spin. The financial pressures of this age are relentless. The cost of living is ever on the rise, and keeping up with it can feel like running on a treadmill that's constantly speeding up. You're working harder, longer, but it feels like you're just standing still. And then the cherry on top, the impact of social media. It's a world where everyone else's life seems perfect. It's a constant stream of success stories, exotic vacations, and picture-perfect moments. It can make your own life seem dull and unfulfilling by comparison. All these pressures, they can take a toll on your mental health. They can lead to feelings of anxiety and depression, leaving you feeling like you're drowning in a sea of stress and worry. But remember, you're not alone in this, and there are ways to navigate through these rough waters. First, it's important to understand what we're dealing with. Anxiety and depression aren't just bad days or feeling down. They're much more than that, and they can significantly impact our lives. Anxiety is like a constant alarm bell ringing in your mind. It's an overwhelming sense of worry or fear that can be triggered by anything, or sometimes nothing at all. It's that racing heartbeat when you're lying in bed at night, the constant what-ifs that plague your thoughts, and the inability to relax, even when there's no apparent danger. Depression, on the other hand, is a persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, or a lack of interest in things that once brought you joy. It's like trying to run a marathon with a 100-pound weight strapped to your back. It's the cloud that hangs over your head, draining your energy and making everyday tasks feel like insurmountable challenges. Both these conditions can lead to physical symptoms too, like headaches, stomach problems, and sleep disturbances. They can affect your ability to work, maintain relationships, and simply enjoy life. They're not just in your head, they're very real, and they're more common than you might think. It's crucial to remember that it's okay to have these feelings. It's okay to admit that you're not okay. And most importantly, it's okay to seek help. Mental health professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, they're there for a reason. They can provide guidance, resources, and treatment options to help manage these conditions. No one should have to face anxiety and depression alone. There's no shame in reaching out. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. You wouldn't hesitate to see a doctor for a broken bone, so why should your mental health be any different? Understanding is the first step. But now let's talk about some practical ways to manage these feelings. There are several tools and techniques that can help you manage anxiety and depression, and they're not as daunting as you might think. First and foremost, regular exercise can work wonders. It's not about becoming the next Olympic champion. It's about getting your body moving. Whether it's a brisk walk in the park, a game of basketball with friends, or a simple yoga routine, any form of physical activity can help reduce anxiety and improve your mood by boosting your body's production of endorphins, those feel-good hormones. Next, let's talk about diet. What you eat can greatly affect your mood and energy levels. Strive for a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Try to limit your intake of caffeine and sugar, as they can trigger anxiety and mood swings. And remember, staying hydrated is just as important. Sleep also plays a vital role. It's during sleep that your body and mind recharge. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a sleep-friendly environment, dark, quiet, and cool. Establish a regular sleep schedule and stick to it, even on weekends. Mindfulness and meditation can also be powerful tools. These practices help you focus on the present moment. reducing the power of anxiety and depression. You don't need to meditate for hours. Even just a few minutes each day can make a difference. There are plenty of apps and online resources to guide you through this process. Lastly, maintaining a positive social network is crucial. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not bring you down. If you're feeling isolated, consider joining a club, a sports team, or a volunteer group. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. Reach out to trusted friends or family members when you're feeling low. While these steps can be helpful, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Find what works for you, works for. The power of our thoughts cannot be underestimated. Our mindset can have a significant impact on our mental health. Let's take a moment to understand this. Have you ever noticed that when you start your day with a positive thought, somehow the rest of your day seems to follow suit? That's not just coincidence, it's the power of your mind. The thoughts we feed into our minds can often dictate our feelings and actions. It's easy to get lost in the whirlwind of negative thoughts when dealing with anxiety and depression. But it's important to remember that we have the power to steer our thoughts in a more positive direction. And that, my friends, can be a game changer. So, how do we go about cultivating this positive mindset? One powerful way is to practice gratitude. Regularly take time to focus on the good in your life. It could be as simple as a good cup of coffee in the morning or the laughter of a loved one. By acknowledging these moments, we train our minds to seek out positivity even on the greyest of days. Next, set realistic goals. Nothing fuels positivity like the feeling of achievement. But remember, these goals don't have to be monumental. It could be completing a book, starting a new hobby, or even getting out of bed on a particularly tough day. The key is to set goals that are achievable, which will give you a sense of accomplishment and boost your self-esteem. And lastly, focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Too often we beat ourselves up over our shortcomings. Instead, try celebrating your strengths. Are you a good listener? Do you make fantastic pasta? Whatever your strengths are, acknowledge them and let them shine. This isn't about ignoring the negative. It's about choosing to feed your mind with positive thoughts that can help you navigate through the stormy seas of anxiety and depression. Remember, our thoughts shape our reality. Let's make it a good one. We've covered quite a bit today, so let's quickly summarize the key points. We began by acknowledging the pressures of modern life, the relentless demands of work, family, relationships, and the incessant noise of social media. It's no wonder that anxiety and depression have become common companions in our lives. We then delved into understanding these conditions, highlighting that they're not signs of weakness or personal failure, but rather mental health issues that many grapple with. Just as you'd seek help for a physical ailment, there's no shame in reaching out when your mind is in distress. Next, we explored practical steps to manage anxiety and depression. We talked about the importance of exercise, good nutrition, quality sleep, and maintaining a steady routine. We also touched on the benefits of mindfulness and meditation, and how these practices can help you stay grounded in the present moment, rather than getting lost in a sea of worries about the past or future. The power of positive thinking was our next topic. We discussed how your thoughts can shape your reality and how cultivating a positive mindset can be a powerful tool in managing anxiety and depression. We also emphasized the importance of self-compassion and kindness, reminding you to treat yourself with the same patience and understanding you'd extend to a friend. Finally, we want to remind you that it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's from a trusted friend, family member, or a mental health professional, don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, seeking help isn't a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength and self-awareness. So as we wrap up, keep these points in mind. Remember to take care of your mental health, just as you would your physical health. Be patient with yourself and remember that it's okay to have bad days. You're not alone in this journey, and there are many resources and people out there ready to help. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, and you're not alone in this journey. Take care of your mental health because you matter.